So William Moore here, and I thought I would start a bit of a Let's Play project in Star Trek Online. So the general principles of my idea here are as follows. It's been a really long time since I've been a escort captain, and I have a perfectly good Kumari that I've never used. So I figured I would start a character, play it up, and eventually get into the Kumari. So I put myself some parameters, and the first is going to be, since I'm going to be in a Kumari, I'm going to be Andorian, as is the rest of my crew. Secondly, I'm always going to use the available escorts. I have a good amount of escorts leveling up. And on top of this, all of the gear I use is going to be crafted. Clearly not by this character, but by another character. My main. Which is going to be very interesting, having really uniform gear as you go through. And I guess not having to worry about gear should be pretty interesting. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I believe I already accepted Stranded in Space, which I love. I of course skipped the tutorial because the tutorial is terrible. And while I was at it, I actually accepted the small experience boost that I get for my for the original pre-order. So I'm going to go ahead and knock out some of that experience. Alright, attack pattern, since I'm going to be tactical. And weapon proficiencies. I'm also going to, for the most part, stick my traits in ground, since the Andorians are really good ground captains. Real quick. Adjusting of my abilities, because I have a, like most people who play the game, I have a way I like my abilities. Just so. Alright. This is, of course, the NX, which is the C-store purchasable escort. I think there are actually two available level, or I guess lieutenant level ships that I don't have for the Federation, because I do have the Oberth and the Constitution. I do not have the Steamrunner, and I do not have the actual low-level Kumari either. And it's always so painfully slow in sector space when you start out. I really question the fact that my NX actually is only moving about as fast as the original NX. Rescue the SS-0. The primary armament I went with this ship was just a beam array cannon and a turret. I could have went with dual cannons or dual beam arrays, but I think I'm going to add those as I go through and start with a very wide arc firing ship to start. I generally prefer those anyway. Really wonder why I got the distress call before the ships attacked the freighter. Always been kind of a problem with the mission. Oh, and as you can see, I just peeled right through that Corvette. Actually, depending on how badly I go, through these missions, I may actually consider doing these on a slightly higher difficulty level as well. My shields are not even moving with this. Alright, away team. My guys are apparently drunk. I always think it's kind of problematic that they start you out with this whole beaming up and beaming back setup in the game too, since you're basically not gonna deal with that at any other time in the game. Yep, okay. And since I'm a tactical officer, there's actually very little I get to do special here. Oh yeah, and see that, that's just crazy fast. I practically one-shotted that guy with the compression pistol. Alright. Alright, can't do anything for that guy. I'll help your crew by murdering everything in their way. I don't know how many people actually don't know about the tactical option in Stranded in Space. It is actually this console right here, and what can only be described as the least Starfleet maneuver ever. People just getting vaporized left and right. A lot of people are actually very critical of the ground combat in this game, but I actually kind of enjoy it just for its simplicity. It is pretty easy to, I guess, work the system to where it's basically no challenge going through these missions, though. Away team, get back to the bridge and do your freaking jobs. Uh, I almost feel like they should have stuck with the model of having to move around the ship a bit, but at the same time, it would probably get monotonous. Well, I'm like, I am absolutely vaporizing these guys. I'm probably doing like 1,000 DPS just with this setup, and overloaded beam with this setup, man, is, I don't know. I honestly almost feel bad about this whole setup now. Scan some gas. No hurry on that ship. And transport Captain brought. Boom. Of course we have her. Depart system. And that is Stranded in Space. That's probably one of the quickest runs I've ever done in that, especially in a lieutenant tier ship. So we're going to go ahead and grab the reward for that. I think, yeah, it actually gives me everything on the first go through. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that again. But I'm probably going to do it at a higher difficulty level. But that will be for another playthrough, maybe. Go ahead and accept diplomatic orders as well. I was going to say, I don't think there's really anything to keep in this anyway. Let's see. Yeah. Alright then. Thanks for joining me, and just keep an eye out for me, and I'll try to post semi-regular, but no promises.